I don't know how to put more bullets in this gun. Gun Club VR. So before we get started into this one, I'll just say that I am not a gun guy, not a gun nut. Can count on one hand the number of times I've shot a gun in real life. So I just want to get that out there. So if I have terms wrong or I don't seem as excited about certain features of this game as you might, that could be why. This is straight up gun porn in every sense of the word in regards to VR and guns. Guns are just an easy thing to do in VR. It makes sense as far as like when you get something in your hand that looks like kind of like a gun handle. I just dropped a gun. That's bad form. Um, Guns make sense. It's an easy thing to do. Lots of games are centered around guns. So this game is basically the gun game of gun games in the sense that there are a lot of guns, there are a lot of features and additions and accessories for said guns. They all, to me, seem, feel, sound realistic. At least as far as what I've seen in other games. So like an AK-47 in here seems very similar to the AK-47 in other games that I've played, such as like Pavlov or Onward, that tend to be more realistic. So much, in fact, that I do have a gun stock. I'm not going to be using one for this because I don't really feel like I need to, but I set up my gun stock for use in Onward, and it transitioned into the same type of gun in Pavlov with no adjustments, and of course I brought it in here, same thing. So I would say that the developers of this took a lot of time to realize what a person who really loves guns is all about. So that is the definite plus. However, I feel like a lot of that is lost on me in regards to the actual content of the game, which I'll kind of elaborate on. So first, as of right now, I've got probably a couple hours into this. These are the only sections I have unlocked. Now, video game logic would tell me that there's other things to do here. I'm not entirely sure how to progress past this point other than to just keep shooting guns, shooting targets, which again, if you really like a certain gun or you have a favorite gun or you've always wanted to try out a certain gun, this is a great thing for you. I'm not all that into it. So not because of the game, just because of my personal preference. So first section we'll go into here is the actual store. So I will say that these you unlock for the marksman type challenge, which I'll show you in a little bit. When you go into the sandbox, which is basically a kind of do anything mode, you can use all of these and set them up any way you want. So this is basically what you would do. This is the progression in the game: is you do the challenges, you earn money, you take the money, you unlock guns. They're all in here. Like there's just tons of different guns of each type. These are, of course, we're just going through. I'm not sure what category we're on now. I thought it was on handguns. Clearly we're not, because these are assault rifles. So maybe, oh, okay, it's probably just based on price. So you can just sort of filter. You got stats. When you get way to the high end, you basically get the same ones, but they have different, in this case, this is gold. There's also platinum and stuff like that. So just kind of prestige based on cosmetics. Just a ton of different guns. You can get old-timey. Yeah, so old-timey, like I'm guessing World War I, II, probably II type guns. Custom. These are kind of going to be your gold-plated and stuff like that. Yeah, and they're all kind of locked behind mostly money. So yeah, there's all kinds of cool, neat little guns in here. If that's your jam. So I'm going to see if I can't remember. There we go. So one thing I do really like about this, even though I'm not a gun guy, is customization. So actually, I'm going to go back to that and that. So I've unlocked this gun. That was the first one I got. It looks kind of funky. The reason why it looks funky is because you can make it funky. So not only just with, you have a paint can here. Well, There we go. You have a paint can here, and sure enough, you can do different brush styles, different colors, stamps, pretty much any type that you want here, and you can make it as crazy or realistic as you want. Obviously, if you had a real gun, you probably wouldn't take a spray can to it, but here, again, it's just all cosmetic stuff, but it's really cool that they give you the options. You may have also noticed, and we'll go ahead and go to the next part here, that I do have a sight, laser sight on here, has different colors. Let's see if I can remember how to do this. You can actually, here we go, detach and reattach the accessories. So actually, this is a rail, a separate rail, and a sight. So whenever you get it just right, there you go. You can actually put it on different locations if you want. You can take the rail, and this again is just for this gun. So if you wanted to put a different type of rail, you can do that on here. No, it's right there. So there we go. So that rail's on there now. If you wanted to take this laser sight and put on a different one instead, or again, if you want to kind of slide it forward more, slide it back more, you can kind of do that, and then change the color to whatever your preference is. So that's really cool. And of course, because you do have that option on there, let's go into upgrades. There's a lot of them. You have basically your sights, your clips, your different rails, your different attachments for the rails, laser sights, scopes. They're all broken down based on obviously the type, capacity, damage. So those are your ammo, your accuracy. You're going to be getting into the different scopes and sights, flashlights. I believe there's an under mounted grenade launcher of some kind. Grips, stocks, all that stuff. So I've just, because again, I don't know most of the stuff. I've just been buying here out of the essentials. If you buy one rail that's compatible with any of the other guns, bayonet, you can put it on there on any gun that it'll work on, so you don't have to keep buying the same things for the same guns if you've already unlocked it and stuff. So you can kind of, you've got a work table here. You can paint different things, different colors, put them on in different ways, try all kinds of different stuff. And these are the ones that you can either take into the sandbox or into the challenge. So I'll go ahead and go into the challenge because that's, or as they call it, the sideshow. Here in the warehouse. So there's different skills, different skill levels. The harder the skill, of course, the more prizes, the more money you get. And this is kind of where the game, like this is the exciting part of the game. Well, maybe not exciting is not the right word, but this is the meat and potatoes of the game as far as progression and all that stuff. So yeah, I got a funky looking gun here too. And yeah, got the flash. Yeah, this is flashlight and the laser. I can't get. Obviously, I'm using a Rift. The how you turn the things off and on is a little. You got to be just right. Oh, there we go. There. Okay. So we'll go ahead and do this. We'll start. Oh boy.
2,
Yeah.
1. Engage.
Oh, you got to every time.
Stage clear. Annihilated.
I normally don't do that well. So a big thing in this game too is the reloads. They want to the reward or the incentive is to do a perfect reload. So to get the old clip or magazine again. Sorry, I know one's right and the other one's incorrect, but you just press down like back towards you on the right stick, pops that out. You reach down here for this, your new one, jam it in there, ready to go. They do a perfect reload, which is basically a good smooth motion. Let's see if I can do this here.
Perfect reload.
There you go. And they like when you do that. They say nice things to you about it. But that was kind of that. I mean, there's more of those, obviously. And of course the difficulty goes up. There's different things to do.
3, 2, 1, go!
Holy moly.
Reload! Perfect reload. Reload!
Oh, missed that one. I know you're probably screaming at me to shoot one that's obvious. Where is it? Oh, there's a whole bunch of them here. That's not it. That's not it.
Reload!
Missed. Oh, I see it. There we go.
Stage clear.
Probably not getting... Yeah. Surprised I got that much.
You've been promoted.
Promoted! So that's kind of cool. Explosion of money. I wonder if I could have thrown one of those at that, but... So yeah, but that's the mode where you make money. So the only other mode here, again, that I've unlocked, or that I'm probably going to unlock, because I won't be spending a whole lot more time, is the sandbox. So this is where maybe if you're impatient or you want to buy something, but you're maybe not quite entirely sure if you want to buy it or not, you can come try it here. So one thing I do not like is there is no free motion. I've checked in the menus. I can't find it. It's teleport only, and it's the teleport where you have to point which way you're moving, so you can't even snap turn. That's not cool in my book, but whatever. Like I said, this is a gun game for you, if you're a gun nut. So first thing we'll do is we'll go over here to the workbench. Separate than your other workbench, because this has all the stuff unlocked for you already. So if you want this gun here, you say spawn it, and there it is. And you can there it is. So you can do that, and then you can go through if you wanted to, get a scope for it. You can do that, you spawn it, and all that good stuff. So you can make your gun any way you want. But once you make it in here, you can't take it into the marksman thing. This is just for in here fun. So, excuse me, we'll take this thing. And so this is kind of it. There's this little area here. It's got these little targets here, and they're interactive. Like when you shoot, they ding and all that stuff. You can go in here and kind of play around with some stuff. Kind of put holes in things. So we can go all the way back here. I thought there was one more room. Maybe it's this one back here. Yeah, you can shoot holes in the wall. Yeah, you shoot holes in the wall back there. Just kind of do all kinds of stuff. If you're creative enough. You also I didn't think it was going to holster that. You have here on your handy dandy menu here. Let's say, hey, you know what? I want to shoot some watermelons. So, there you go. Hold down. This is kind of a weird system that they have set up here. But you can say, okay, well, let's hold down trigger to actually get the option for it, and then hit A, the button closest to you, to spawn whatever it is that you want. So let's say you're like Gallagher, of VR Gun Club and you just don't like melons, so then you get your gun. I think I spent. Do I have? Oh, I'm not sure how I reload this guy. Nope, not what I wanted. This would be so much easier if it at least had snap turning. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna take out some melons, and if we don't stop doing that. Okay. Oh, okay. Apparently I hit the safety. There we go. So that's right on the Yeah, it doesn't tell you how to reload all the guns. Shove them in there. I don't know how to put more bullets in this gun. That's a problem. Do I have to actually pull this off? Oh, see. And this again, if you are a gun person and you because I'm trying to take the safety or the magazine off just like I do any of the other guns I have. It's not doing that. So I don't know how to shove these in here. So, but as you can see, you shoot the melons explode, and it's kind of fun, I guess. And you can do that with any of the guns. This mode has everything unlocked. But that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and leave here. So, at least as far as I'm going to be going over, this is VR Gun Club. There are grenades. They do work. As you can see. So it's kind of cool in the realistic sense. I would say this is if you're into driving, this would be like the Gran Turismo of driving games, but for guns. So it's the realistic, the real sounds, the real feel, and all that stuff. It just doesn't float my boat, but that's because I'm just not a gun guy. But if you're a gun person, this could be definitely right up your alley. It's usually pretty reasonably priced. So if nothing else, it's good to hone your targeting skills for other games. So VR Gun Club, check it out if you like the shootings.